I am radicalized, I am activated, I am in a bikini. It is 33 degrees in Thailand. Period. My name is Jay, and you are tuned into Miss 2024 will go down in history as the baddie of the Gregorian calendar. Do you understand? Like, she came like a tornado. She shook the table. She ripped down all the veils. What do we do now? That is the question on everybody's lips, which is quite understandable because I feel like we've all been collectively forced into the void. I feel like, especially if you're on the path of like leveling up and bettering your life, creating a life that is aligned with what you truly desire, there's a bit of stepping into the void. You have to, in order to get to where you're going. You've got to make that step into the unknown. You've got to work on those skills of adaptability. We need to get tapped in with ourselves. So tapped in with ourselves, build our self-confidence, have a why, have a purpose. Intention is very important at this phase of existence to have. You need to have a clear idea of who you are, what you want to be, what you want to say, what you think. Because of how discombobulated the world is right now, it's kind of polarized that thing within us where everybody's kind of like, okay, what's going on? Everything is crumbling. The systems that I once believed in, systems that I wanted to once participate in, are crumbling right before my eyes. Things are just happening left, right, and center. It's just a very unpredictable feeling. And I think when you condense it down into like our everyday lives, I feel like everybody is collectively feeling in a rut, like, what now? And what now is actually a lot more simple than we actually think. For what now is, anything is literally possible. As we're seeing, anything could happen. So now is the time to really get into the driver's seat of your life so you can make decisions on what you're going to do in order for that anything could possibly happen to have the best possible outcome for you. Do you know what I mean? So this video is all about ways in which you can reinvent yourself and reinvent yourself in a way that lasts, and making sure you have all your ducks in a row and you're actually aligning and being intentional about it. So that's the only way it's going to stick. If 2024 taught you anything, is that it's anyone's game, even yours. I need you to get your notepad and pen, because we really need to start to get in the habit of writing stuff down, or even recording yourself talking about certain things so you have something to refer back to you on the days where your mind is just like plagued with a plethora of things and you can't really get a clear thought path going. You have something to get you back on the straight and narrow. First, environment. I have not moved here. I'm literally just on a holiday. But since I've been here, I've been floating, guys. I haven't even really been posting pictures and stuff of myself because I'm just so into the experience of being here and just really taking it all in. And honestly, since I've been here, the amount of content I've managed to get done, like, you know me, I barely post. So the fact I'm even sitting here right now, you can thank Thailand for that, okay? But even if you don't have the money to just get up and go and stuff, even just starting with your room, starting with your apartment, starting with your living room, beautify your space, romanticize your space, get some candles, some incense if you're into that, get some artwork, get a color scheme going with your bathroom towels and your bathroom set, just something, beautify your space. Because when you wake up in the mornings and you're in, or you have elements that create atmosphere in your space, it really does set you up. My apartment is my sanctuary. I never was into interior design or anything like that, but when I got my recent apartment, I was like, I want color. I want to feel like a home. I don't want it to just be a couple rooms with a bed and a sofa. I want it to be cute. I thought of a color scheme. I did that. I got artwork. I got my nice rug in a lovely color. I think it's very imperative for anybody who is really trying to reinvent themselves to create a space that reflects the change they're trying to see within themselves. So again, even if it's just a candle, even if it's just a pop of color, even if it's just a couple ornaments, a couple trinkets, like plants, do something. Environment is so important. Even when going out for like nights out with my friends, eating, like, if it's not saying 4 stars, and above, I'm not going, because I want a good experience when I go out. I want to go to a lovely bar with lovely decor, with live music and things like that. So why am I going to house party in the middle of bumfuck nowhere? If I know that those are the environments that kind of like excite me, those are the environments that widen my eyes and I have good experiences at, why would I then take myself to an environment that is not? You have a choice of where you place yourself. You have the choice in where you go. You have the choice in what your environment looks like. So exercise your right to a nice environment. Mindset on this journey of reinvention is so important, because as I said before, if you're not really truly tapped in and committed to what it is that you're trying to do, and you're not really connected to the journey through your mind, it doesn't have to be massive changes. It could be the everyday decisions that you're making for yourself. But get into the mindset of who it is that you're trying to be. Who is she? What does she do? What do her mornings look like? What do her afternoons look like? Where does she like to go? And then start doing those things. That's what anyone successful ever talks about. They never really talk about the processes of the businesses that they run and how they come to be. It's always about radical self-belief. It's always about your mindset. It's always about reframing your mind, uncovering your thoughts outside everything you've been taught. And that's why I love watching those kind of videos from like celebrities and entrepreneurs, because it honestly is like a universal language. What you think, you usually start to physically do actions that align with how you think, and then that creates the kind of experience that you have. So if you know you want a specific type of experience, you need to get into the mind of the person to then align your actions to match those thoughts and create that experience. It's easier said than done. But as I said, we're literally moving into a time where you don't have a choice, girl. It's either you do it or you don't. It's either you live in your truth or you live in your lie. How you stay afloat is up here. Everything that you consume is influence. The music you consume, the stuff that you watch on your phone, the stuff that you save on TikTok. Do not be afraid to start not interesting stuff. Do not be afraid to start telling people that you're not interested in having certain types of conversations, because it's all influence. I'm not finna have no pick-me conversation with nobody, because I'm not a pick-me. And I don't want no pick-me rhetoric or messaging up in my subconscious, because that's what keeps going when you're not awake. That's the thing that is really driving the shit. Your subconscious thoughts, the beliefs that you hold deep within yourself. So it's time to start reframing that. If you're seeing that right now, things are not moving in your favor, they're not moving in the direction you want to, this is where you need to start. What is it that I actually want for myself? What are my thoughts pertaining the things that I want for myself? Does it even align with my belief systems? If not, then why do I still want that? And what are my belief systems? What is it about that I need to kind of put to rest and create peace with in order for me to let go, so that I can now create space for it? It's a lot to uncover, and that's why it's not easy. For a lot of people, when they get to the self-reflection part, or the getting honest with themselves, getting real with yourself part, it's like when people tap out, because it can uncover so much. Being your authentic self is just what's key right now, and being authentic doesn't mean being inherently good. Being good or bad is neither here nor there, but what it allows when people are being their authentic self is for them to align with what truly needs to align with them. Your mindset sets up the stage for alignment. So now is not the time to be second guessing yourself. Now is not the time to be doubting yourself. Now is the time to find the solutions and start applying the action that's going to reveal solution. And I know that people are at different stages in their lives, but if you are watching this video and you have access to the internet, there is so much at your disposal right now. I was watching a video from will.i.am the other day, and he said that this is the time for the dreamers, especially now, because you have dream materialization tools. Everybody who's watching this video right now has the tools. These are really serious things, But at the same time, once you kind of get a grip into it and you're settled in this mindset and you're settled with that realization, and then you can start the detachment, then you can start the letting go, and things can really start moving in, because all these things that you're not working through, all these doors that you're refusing to go through because you don't know what's on the other side, are blockages. They're just literally blocking your blessings, blocking your opportunities, blocking everything that is truly for you from reaching you. When your mindset is in the right place and you are confident and you are standing on business, your boundaries and standards are set in place, it becomes easy to align to that, you know, when you truly believe it. If you're just doing it because this is what you read on the internet and you just want the aesthetics of a certain lifestyle, you actually don't want to graft for it, you can set as many boundaries as you want, honey. If you don't even believe in it, how is anybody else going to believe in it? People will just come and try you and scatter your boundaries everywhere. And then you're going to be heartbroken. Then you're going to be like, why is everyone taking me for a mug? Because you're literally taking yourself for a mug, because you don't even believe it. You can say all the things you want, but if it's not embedded in there, we will see it all. We will see it, because you will keep allowing nonsense in your life, and we will see the nonsense that you are allowing eventually. In this era of reinvention, make it about you. Make it about uncovering your authentic self. You're not here to play a role, follow a trend. Oh, now it's the mob wife aesthetic, now it's this aesthetic. Make your authentic self the aesthetic, because that is what's going to truly align you with the things that you actually want in your life. You can't be mad that you're playing a role in life and everything that is coming to you in the form of opportunity, in the form of a partner, is not what you actually want, because you're literally playing a character. You know, if you're going to play any character, it needs to be you. Okay? Get in the driver's seat of your life, guys. Because when you're not in the driver's seat, you're allowing any Tom, Dick, and Harry to come and take the wheel. And when you put it like that, it's not rocket science. And trust that things will fall into place. Whatever your beliefs are in terms of spirituality, religion, or if you don't believe in anything, at least believe that in being your authentic self, things are going to fall into place, because they will, in the most unexpected ways. And that's what's so beautiful about it. You just never know. And in a time where anything is possible, why not take your chances? You need to stop giving up about what people say or people think. Half the time, they're not as invested in you as you think they are. They probably chat about you for 2 minutes out of the day. The rest, they're focusing on themselves and their own lives and trying to get out of whatever rut they're stuck in. Stop worrying about how it is going to be perceived that you are now committing to being yourself. And understand there's no final destination in all of this, hey? It's a continuous thing. The level up journey, as we've always said, is a continuous thing. You've got to take active steps. It's in the finer things, the smaller things, the decisions you make on a day-to-day basis, hour by hour, minute by minute, you know? And if you start managing yourself in that way, you don't necessarily have to plan for 5-6 years down the line. But even if you start managing yourself, as in every day, when I'm making decisions, I'm going to do it consciously, I'm going to do it with good intention, it's a ripple effect, you know? And especially if you're pairing that with making sure that you are mindful of the things that you are consuming, people you're around, the environments you're in, it's only a matter of time. And the amazing thing about time is it truly is an illusion, you know? When people say that things take time, I feel like people automatically assume that that time is a long time. But time is literally time. It could take 2 seconds, it could take 2 weeks, it could take 2 months, it could take 2 years. It literally depends on you, you know? And whether or not you're willing to show up. Start focusing on the things that you can control. Yourself, your thoughts, your fashion, your makeup, your beauty. The vision board this year is the vision of you, 2025. Let's start there. Let's get comfortable in how that feels, how that looks like. And you can move away from this feeling of, oh my God, I do not know what the hell is happening, because now you know. Now you know. So that is all today from me with this video, guys. I hope it's helpful, and I hope that if you have anxieties about life right now, anxieties within yourself, this video has kind of given you more of an insight to why you might be feeling that way. And anything can happen, and just because anything can happen doesn't mean it has to be negative and bad things. It could be amazing things, it could be positive things. Okay. Anyway, until next time, my dolls. Bye.